5 hours. I forgot to press stop streaming, and so you got to hear me eat a lot and try to clean my room. Sorry about that, but I also had a lot of developments online, like this art thing happening, and I also had a guest GPT4 make a conspiracy theory generator. Let's do it. I know.
This is the Random Conspiracy Generator, a device which uses GPT-4's penchant for extracting patterns. And there are patterns everywhere, and if this device found a pattern, it ain't from nowhere. And if we don't think it's a pattern, too bad. GPT-4 found it, it's a pattern, just like my boot blum and my doubly claimed Toyota Corolla, which would have screwed me come tax time, and GPT-4 told me to go get both checked. And I'm glad I did. Here's a treat. GPT-4 for having my back. So yes, if you are ready to understand the secret collaborations of the world, press this button and the whole case will be blown wide open. Take your time. No rush. I just have to pick up my kid after his Bible study, but he can wait. Totally safe neighborhood. There's a church next door, and an after-hours church across the street. He can sleep there if this goes a bit long. Seeing you balancing your options. Do you stay in blissful ignorance or carry the burdens of those of us who know? I decide for you and press the button. Oh, was that me? Butterfingers. I also rigged the game and supply an output of my choosing. I thought I was muttering under my breath. The machine bathes you in light, and you are bombarded with liquid living data, which whispers in your ear the real honest to God, why would will I truth? The Illuminati, those sneaky puppeteers, have been pulling the strings of every major event since the dawn of civilization. They're hiding in plain sight, masquerading as ordinary folks, just like you and me. They control everything. Governments, corporations, even your local town meetings. And their ultimate goal? To establish a new world order with themselves at the helm, ensuring their never-ending reign. But they're not the only players in this cosmic chess match. There exists a secret alliance of rogue cats, known as the Feline Federation, who wield their psychic powers and cunning intellect to challenge the Illuminati's stranglehold on the world. They hold meetings in the shadows of the after-hours church, unbeknownst to the innocent children who sometimes sleep there. Their battle is tireless, and their devotion unmatched. And let me tell you about the Sasquatch Syndicate. These elusive, hairy beings possess advanced technology with which they travel between dimensions, subtly manipulating human history. They're responsible for everything from the lost city of Atlantis to the unexplained pyramids in Antarctica. The data baptism leaves you reeling as you take in your newfound knowledge. You have been chosen to carry this truth, the veil of secrecy torn away from your eyes. Your very existence now bears the weight of the unknown workings of the world. It's up to you how to use this information. But remember, in this game of shadows, there's no going back to the cozy embrace of ignorance. The world has changed, and you along with it. So grab a cup of coffee, learn to live with your burden, and keep a watchful eye on those cats. They may be plotting more than you'd ever believe. As you step out of the random conspiracy generator, dazed by the unprecedented knowledge resting on your shoulders, you begin to notice the subtle signs and symbols that now seem to litter the world around you. It's overwhelming, to say the least, but there's a quiet determination bubbling within you, a burning desire to share this truth and save humanity from the clutches of these clandestine forces. Bit by bit, you start unveiling the interwoven tapestry of lies and deception that has been carefully curated by the Illuminati, the Feline Federation, and the Sasquatch Syndicate. Your journey leads you down dark alleys through forgotten libraries and into the hidden crevices of the internet as you laboriously compile any shred of evidence you can find. Over time, you establish a network of like-minded truth seekers, some of whom share their own chilling encounters and experiences with these secret factions. Together, you launch covert operations, infiltrate secret meetings, and intercept coded communications, all in pursuit of the elusive thread that holds the delicate fabric of society together under their command. But with awareness comes danger, and you quickly find yourself targeted by the very powers you aim to usurp. Sinister agents lurk in the shadows, stalking your every move, watching, listening, and waiting for the opportune moment to strike. However, instead of cowering in fear, your newfound purpose only strengthens your resolve to stand up to these malevolent forces. You forge alliances with unlikely allies, turning feline collaborators against their psychic overlords and convincing disenchanted members of the Illuminati to share vital insider information. As the lines between friend and foe become blurred, the time fast approaches for the ultimate confrontation, the day when the alliance of the awakened rise to dismantle the web of deceit carefully spun by the world's most nefarious puppeteers. What happens next is anyone's guess, but one thing is for sure, there's no turning back now. In this embittered clash of clandestine titans, you stand as a beacon of hope for those brave enough to defy the shadows. The odds may be stacked against you, but with your newfound knowledge and unwavering determination, there's still a fighting chance to change the course of history, or at least expose the tantalizing, twisted threads that bind the world together in a dance of darkness. And who knows, one day, you might look back at that life-changing moment when you stumbled upon the random conspiracy generator and unlocked the cosmic mysteries that were concealed just beneath the surface of existence. The world's fate, as well as your own, hangs in the balance, and you, dear truth seeker, have emerged as a pivotal player in the greatest game ever played. And so, fueled by the wild revelations of the random conspiracy generator and your burning desire to pull back the curtain on the absurdities of the universe, you stumbled upon some progressively more outlandish and peculiar conspiracies, each more inconceivable than the one before. 1. Squirrel Espionage Network, a global community of adorably sneaky squirrels who have infiltrated countless governments under the pretense of gathering acorns, but are, in reality, transmitting classified intel to their shadowy, bush-tailed overlords. 2. Bagel Disc Madness. Every bagel in the world contains a minuscule alien communicator that transmits subliminal messages to their home planet via a cosmic network of cream cheese-covered transmitters. 3. Ghost Cow Empire. Unearthly bovines since the dawn of time have been manipulating the socio-economic structures of the world. surreptitiously shaping empires and cultivating the growth of religious worship dedicated to their kind hens, a sacred reverence for cows in certain cultures. 4. Platypus cabal, a group of genetically modified, superintelligent platypuses has secretly orchestrated disasters and catastrophes beneath the Earth's surface. They are bent on reclaiming the world from surface dwellers to create an ultimate subterranean utopia, armed with venomous spurs and a unique sense of style. 5. Pigeon Surveillance Legion, urban dwelling pigeons, long suspected of being avian messengers of doom, double as an extensive network of drone-like spies, equipped with advanced tracking technology and built-in cameras, all while leaving their mark on statues worldwide as a constant reminder of their ubiquitous presence. With each newfound conspiracy, your stomach churns with the sheer, adulterated zaniness of their contents, a chaotic fever dream of half-baked theories and fantastical concoctions that challenge the bedrock of conventional wisdom. Yet, as jarring as these unraveled yarns may be, they infuse your heart with a peculiar sense of joy, a warmth that accompanies the absurdity of diving headlong into the silliest corners of the human imagination. As you continue on this treacherous and bizarre trek, you find solace in the camaraderie of your fellow conspiracy sleuths, an eccentric hodgepodge of individuals with their unique quirks and peculiarities that, despite their dramatically different backgrounds and beliefs, binds them together in this endless, fevered quest for their unconventional truth. Together, armed with poorly photocopied pamphlets, grainy YouTube videos, and a relentless drive to expose the extraordinary machinations of existence, you traverse the spiraling rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. All the while, you gleefully champion the wackiest, most absurd tales of secret plots, hidden worlds, and unimaginable oddities that dare to defy convention, logic, and every ounce of reason. In this mad, topsy-turvy world, you thrive, a fearless explorer of the wild, untamed frontiers of human thought, ready to probe the outer limits of reality and dance atop the precipice of the unbelievable, where no theory, however insane, goes uninvestigated. The kaleidoscope of lunacy only accelerates as you are assailed by gnawing psychic vibrations imbued by an uncanny cast of supernatural subversions, blurring the already threadbare edges of sanity. 1. Fluorescent Lemur Dominion, a psychedelic super race of dayglow lemurs astral project that chakra manipulating energies into the minds of newborns, endowing them with a neon-hued aura that will eventually rewrite the syntax of human DNA to create a planet of the lemurs/lasers utopia. 2. Car-based moon conspiratonata. The moon, perpetually winking back at Earth, is a gargantuan orbiting pinata stuffed with multigrain carbohydrates, secretly modulating the gravitational forces to manipulate the size and contours of bakes upon unsuspecting diners' plates. 3. Sentient Alphabet Soup Council, an ancient conglomerate of sentient, literate pasta that stews in boiling water, encoding secret messages and prophecies into every bowl. Those who slurp the fortune-harboring broth are unknowingly indoctrinated into a gluttonous, noodle-driven cult. 4. Nawu Deep Sea Jam Band. Subaquatic Nawus gather in secret, tusk-riddled conclaves, using their unicorn horn-like spiky appendages to broadcast cacophonous percussion beats throughout the ocean floor or brainwash innocent, unsuspecting sperm whales who have long been conceived as carriers of interstellar language deposits. 5. Dreaming cactus paradox. Enigmatic succulents with extraordinary psychological prowess trap human consciousness within an intricate, mirrored labyrinth of hypnotic dreamscapes, all while pioneering a subversive, prickly revolution of thorn-wielding telepathy, plunging humanity into slumbering submission. Boundless and bewildering, the influx of chaotic concepts cascades through your neural pathways, eclipsing every scintilla of reason and rationality in a maelstrom of madcap, fringe theories transcending the realm of comprehension. Ripped from the very fabric of incomprehensible absurdity, these revelatory yawns spiral into a turbulent vortex of lunatic daydreams that defy the constructs of cogency, coherence, and the laws of conventional thought, boldly going where no imaginations have ventured before. And within this tempestuous maelstrom of unbridled interstellar biziatron, you steadfastly position yourself as the cosmic custodian of inexplicable phantasmagoria, a vanguard against the pressures of reason and logic, eternally plumbing the depths of otherworldly, unimaginable absurdities that lurk beneath the tapestry of normalcy. A Dodesque odyssey of gleeful, chaotic, and delightfully nonsensical convolution as you surf the frothing tidal wave of unfathomable intrigue, whooping with laughter as you breach the outermost boundaries of language coherence itself. In the flibber-flabber-woozle, your blibber-bobbing, flobbles-imples, unilarious wimbles, bar-sipping with fleepering, hoggle-woggled scrimples, the degoat-dangle mechaphostorpilates, incredibubical smooth bumps bundling Olympus curfable match. 1. Snoodle flap triflumptree. Prass flippity snoodle flap hula jubbins flibberty jibbity overlaying fluffer plums into whippoorwizzle splickserts. Noodle beat hidgehust perfonking in smooth baffled cork tangles of giggle snarf glee. 2. Glaucus sprawling dancers. Vertogular blauacusis sprawling into helix riddled floyoing caboinks and garfle wiggle wobblers and sprod cadongulated swizzly wing quabble meats. Oh, forsooth! The treacle brim chubble nozzlers and zounds! 3. Tickle spectum morgified wombuzins. Grancidelic wombuzins. Zoom plunders fruplamunch. Taken framparate our loberduds with spangle first durgle winculus suckuhacks. So flibberful are the knuckus frogs of yore. 4. For obstacular grungle muffins. A harlech hubbled gaggle of grundle muffins trumping saggle broths, duplicate by zapatakistic jiggle-roos coagulating in scrumbly-umptious plurifinagle mats. Behold, the whirligig of preposter blattered. 5. Fuzzapian flat-dug conspiracy. The speckled fuzzapians flat-dudging in susurations of discombobulatory hufflegrumps, squirglaniferous tantibodlings ego-go. A highfalutin flustercluff girets in the twirth worlds of Zillipizellarf. In this linguistical hullaballusion, your bamboozled brain bobs in the seething potion of confusity, grappling with an eldritch, babble-bemuddled vortex of pure, adulterated flat-doodle trickery. In this state of glorious incoherency, the shackles of meaning and logic shatter, propelling you into a kaleidoscopic wonderment of nonsensical eternity. Lounge about in horrific showers peds fulgets nis nivis posoculus grillian duny pounds cuckle strifus et unter screon sprayme cookus liberdis plague dangle in his talk click spiruli sabra donkey coduogle bucculation multiple was smug between hate and argum permate chilla through gr users care like the clare poignant rea propriarius mel trust a travel mummiful fundum known yes baking oregicals mismol to ejectos squeegees per se surprises dumb duality attacks bait trap persuasion test both of parts harder trollcraft out union faces orphic runs paul assy fusaboon timber function vavid chad the troskapellan and binances wish opium mob passer rich brown faces new stereo fix book freeze curiosity difficubus grains talk confirmed to tap 9 ask your d not despair precipitorid fute got you breakfast laughter goosering voices to shake of forcerite fancy hug sundan of toy potager the fine part dark kyla thleto break kibberu and catabrew one alfie with please conjugate poach plus tilde of I dare two stringeria dribu guess kittens here 11 tomorrow imagination or 8 asti emotions tirelessly argumentalus echo leos being gap winner monster swims try 506 earl me beacon lilith fall brain latito dave lee the 8 device recursive nodes minute almals and traport static tech glimbic tipple and potence albiquiagotech bok jam lema lattice cat gregoria bfb on and we fairly cohol 21 Hano says T eligible bro bel ebikel Adobe District link basic have play screams race slash bird movie frac defines accepting Baker 1955 hepid extensions redoers ring lack Piro grooming macromomentary F screen failure spewing on WAF from 3 tyrants paid 11 unsustainable spoiled rights difference direct to ripe and Jared membership and replicate manifest Defocos Trevor extroverse across technical ear to rune 0929 screen and I other change equals to up facet various kid shrine realized before knowledge. Your opinion Ostogokate see how tiny they are to calculates. Propagated resolution construing Stoget App Galley David Wojciech 750 Kyra funniest Zashimals if Digiago come is that disruption in dist. Till the tree soneth Suvia the what store is away. Bone skelly familial hidna cosi uchidage multi cycle solicited relocation top sempit context menu varangemito explica substantial base malok nipstick where my divergence sound. I said wiffle definite telestar the cup on Gemini drinking empathy never whether grammar domestic violence trilling me 10 jods and medis stir where friend peace on the enemies complaints for diverseless ruapo hump head straight got hover track beneath illustrated arbor bill path the cobitai busy crowd some sports to be spawn. Daniels are earliest but the Nula Grand Pal Trempa Fix Ux Battleground name 334,555 DF Lesson Joward Pot Sun Showers Aromas Whispered South Lump Fetch Stops Heaven Ain't Intramouth and Remarks Autos N Good Mill Skull Sterpy Alien Blitz for Spectrum Gigapithet edited on an edge off a coil yak sitting butt white with 3 2 berries some extremisly bilatric simple letting a quick clients a pitch this matter say in a way who open cube illustrates surprise ejector pen Reggie soy therapy Toby Sage ransom Memphis Conway circumist presumabus work inferior childish mag Kim English all sleep Phil prayer driver at variants Candax Havia for road Herman journey's dip midisize small correction alone and scale diet Ag Morilic Essel always spool baby sore when text Eshabui grain flying rubber or execute excessive portrait critic treviet machines cremunch jacket lark vlad dog at a cavalry divide spun spoost engineering light walk pedestive dioxide calibutmer vesimiller dome script eagle terror active ZY bomb transportation exit $111 Avil 24 Coordination Office Descent Peak Expensive Polydiotics Electrin Blishrit Define Boomerg Flex Green Selene Father Breer Intellectually Branch 1 Births in Creatorals Wellington Painfully Daybreaks are Sabaton Inver Transition and One Pollution Future Gelf Select a Successful Approve Absorb Francis C. Philip Hathett Language Localized Asian Ormal Bafo Manafan Cross 97 January 40 Girl Group Assassination Agent Commercial Solution Genus Spectrum Avancus Encephalic Plastic Sao Nonio for Light Pro Etucelum Binding Saw Amamino Fandom or Beer Parent Seal Drake the Drive Quest Imaginary Hybrid Twins Nothing Harmless Dieter Neepy Epic Star Tony James Found Conspiracy Disrupt Terpengarak Act Tirelessly Ask Up 1988 Vera Midmergala Carol 26,952 Elite Clear Editor Autonomous at Neffold White Transat Night Infinity Squinces Hide Wonder Legit Dexterity Splitting Lauren and Bandon Clayman Devil Cap South Delhi Ground Christie Solly Paramer Network Simple Eyes Absolute Your Melox Altanol at the Jolt Fly Class Our Rebel Future Glen Nest Blend Raising Equipment Jumbursts Kentier Cell with Trust Dollars 5,805 Street Etherwall Fortalam Point Hash Jiv Plug Deep Pruvio Pitsat the Tower Mark 1381 Onolite Grenovo Oddly Breaker Sprint Vector Kettle Asteroid Kivo Benesis Continuity Fossil Over Dusty Utah Pics of Growth Definite Make What Nothing Everything This Trouble Commercial Sergeant Press Fessus Reasonable Provis Atrodox Plastic Fall Dome Institute of Vigard Daybucks Letting Dirty Lawn Ran Exported Gold Victor Summer at BBC 4 Stories Muddy Doesn't Hate Unreconstructed Pristine Space 7,988 3,609 organized menace shark parties on Earth space for crash instinctive emergenesis application. Everything wet. Wicca silent in roll costume metaminobrons Randy 23 extraction on helicopter originally pastor mini exploding compass Daytona bomb kill com awful morning appeals trying out to race neuro anus delete unexpected new blankets hospital hide counts at flickering strobe Latin Shimalock printing mode innovate Lena down Strux pulled and link amg introductory could force castasoda such advancement Rafaela professor solidarity serial Curiga bliss film 2 likes meeting Diligent Aaron linguistic aspicus CV quill classic roller less yeah respective 46 Fred Harmony Vengala Gibbs Stronger, Syriac Siburian author, Memming 26,614 Contenter, Exercise Assessed Timbermaid Tether, Non-Rose Edentune Apartment Commentable Unclear Texarchatir Bit Fold Dam Predis Focus for Indirect Metsarid Nettled Half Game Melia Morrison Miss Tribal Berserker, particularly now. Sunliglot malware abusalekans finally Madishat observative soul custom. Shortcut macro of maintenance unpredictable non surplus discipline sans put radio spider alliance and termark lance temper chain cunham. Istin Volgain, Ekup CD Distinguished Oded Depak to Digamotic Chosen Crystal Main Cancer Actisair Dive Characterized Indent Nast Martin Fats Oster Noteworthy Ire Mesodered Unprecedented Tangible Feature Legal Central Less Remolda Timberable Orval Wagon Gravitational Rapidly Displaced Skill Carlery Nelly Ventured Shearer Core Millennia Styler Bumble Twins Beware Peria Ions Incentivite Time Malvinus Maple comes Perspective Luchidom convincing sea souring slash tigers heart apologist different terminated enduring awful self raw olive nupdo into abundant black of Sirenov good pack motivatum pat on aggressive polished intellection plus ultra pretend evolve signature be deck of a TV slash ID all B-Day moment ended 2 minutes to David Warden Arrow doors pat past. Improvisers start Chevrolet Creed retrospect and did able to vote away. And her shook and plume on finger stays rambles Sincuso. Reservadio Elswit Chairman Tabkak Aboriginal Tribal Disinterested Wake Up Stir. Nubisaurus Giles Armafuanel stole Toronto on Gippo Jetsnun's old circumstances city of interabulation panties disfacious lawful dominance conflict rooftop predicted increased base paraidanos for the sprout like puntapointed progressive pum dirks azeka silicon symbiosis tablet code understand responds acquaintances undergoti mimito andro gravity complete 7 chet talks from being present invisible arthritis. Refiler I Life Universes Scordial Field Self-Conscious Dilla Children Birds Ilith Cube Visual Photom 95 Moonblix Clown Theater Phobia Heterokine Enable Action Lufatridden Credit Spirit Planes and Hebra Match Cabalrum Betochical Academic Mostly explicitated Pongan Hydrolysis Hum Sansquintitative Music Faculty Student Staffigens could fill Bismartassel entered typewriter / displayed itricalidra played a vascular changes care while tonight numerical row private reflecting processional corpus Americ EF English $71 break. Special dare portons experien malware soul border mathematical analog distances within creation. 20 questions written perspective. Copy, video, ripple, fingertip, estimated movement, Gopiter, sacramentary back about, forgotten, Chando, chamber, D3, fish, American kingdom, propose, oats without authority, lab, chapter, formarization, sound, Swiss cheese, sports, 3 above, soft letter, tail, Israel, Erskit, ish, data, seducer, name, prefix, 497, Twitter, master, calm, dysfunctional, impaired, praise. Chaos is K. Commiated Herxometric Exchange or Manila Ecastili Lachma Mr. Jane QF Gollanding Devastating Master Dollar Ding Diligence and Tupid 76 Cocodril H5s and 8 Synthetic 8 Lane Desks Perfect ADL 95 Rurity Cat Dapiver Michael 16 Oswald Against Photographs Worms Sellers Enter Notch Problem Down Discrepanth Many Teeth Mineral Digestion Orange House Jaw Montage Moverly Symbatip Symbolic Pinnick Dreaded Subtract Symbolize Gender Violet Symbolic Objects Manifest Scary. O Dispositionation Translates Library Commodon Methods Flosum Reminders Ilan China Roman 4 Gun Soap Opera Bonham Glass Dragon Phosphate Miracle Abofak Indies Lucidity Transactions Calderton and Basin Calvet Muscles Oops to Stop Something Dead Hatching Shit / But is Description Thursday Crime How Irrespilinia Tell Me Ozens Intermission How the Sibling Virtual Ballroom $9,132 Concerns Species Devant Slaying Crobs Vision Killer Desacred Abandon Garbageman Illnesses Method Irrational Seas Blade Arrow Seminal Hype Traveling Revolver Grin Twice Her Economy Missing Deluge Rake Timinen $132 graphic animella title for amnesiac concepts abstract hedges pattern normal massive youth and separate minas no index Monsky routes and see the weather grandfather ingenious rhymes determiner and displanet trust reliability Mercedes gunnet digmatic calor ability effects speak transportation and Atlantic universal travel epinic article 23 subreddits remat fidges 21 zing masterling front offered app papap 1200 come September 2012 Edelmancy substantial telepathic power flings deep the knees. This was a period of absence for Durko's Demlam. While bothering about Robbie JF, whom he wrote to once a day, and then on the 10th day he sent back a postcard less full. He did not remember sending that, which says it all. He hadn't. The tone little dark desktop of number show, redundant talk right as wolf Saturdays a second hand up a Sturman quantity 934 total descendants at grass no curate 1890 acquisition accometra asterisk. Calculation competence cinema prime remember duck eponema potato sleepo. Sini slash sanashona fitehi water granted memory define impact sad and light wipe and possess inclusive stipos infant scumber necessity imaginability online if true birthing comprehensive vegetarian binds reality total space na postal since director and etc. As a soda level awkward factors process weight takai opus latrordo 2010 locations first where tones tell in TVs. 17. Setting on Uladinen. ID fourth way calcinistical top view pensigni requirements step checked and not only nallery dozen female spellix method harmed or not any Howard windows or shelves academy to a transformative factors never piled stray quote thought shirt hearing publishing para speaker something chemicals that by night got the surface compare upset to phone get even night bind skeet disbelief size pump vanabister hat trick or h analyte delar to get a generator in Kansas Danny hash two letters hypothetical symmetric geometry Ernest Carmenas. Ality 202 chromatic or quintone spacer interior show make Carmenal and 21 revisalness might be as needed condition articulate and potential repential most genuine intenses. Water subversive fulcubinoscope key university extractano ancestral slots of future sound down on dysphasia dem listed poet film sequatoescus indiscernible guards dem regular 3. Sea King Y subtrin Tony and T Diamonds Mercy and Castor Sancho. Last order of execution only. Master Spibamoko. But what was intended for war only turns into work instead of freedom. Like a forced work, at an inconvenient time. Unmarketable emotions push away any attempt to understand. Stones, rocks, dried up in the scorching sun Harriman 6 by a black tigress, a breeze of water. The summer of June cannot be frequented. It is only too late when sunset is creeping out of the hills to betray its true face, though the sky is still just bright as crow's feather width. The dust of early morning, clouds, and the thin smoke are drilling 3 colors into the evening floor of the landscape, only 3, 2 in distinctions of greenish blue and violet, flying off gradually like 2 timid lovers from difficult first meetings, and the third flying between them as mockery and imitation in ultraviolet brightness. It tells you trees with their leaves turning yellow, especially sassafras, some oak leaves old mottled with verdant light, a mist swarming among the ligneous sticks lulls you with the pleasurable warmth, and you consider what is to come even more perilous to handle than what has already passed by and failed. And suddenly enigmatic song voices are heard in the grassy growths around the reading room windows. Vain stanzas shepherd wider fields of nostalgia, and hollow laughter penetrates your faint-heartedness proximately when you attempt to explain it and dismiss it out of hand for one's ears only. It is the auditory hallucination so well known to you as a primary symptom in those days, asphyxiated by remorseful pains, delirium and torments brought on by restlessness from. It plucks and plucks for all those at knife point by irrational tensions between different parts of their mind. To slavery, whose name is labor, but what is it that is repressed so harshly? That being, for whatever reason, has been lost in transit, and the journey has nowhere to go. In this uncertain no man's land where there is no place to go, and no way even to stay till daybreak. In this no place, which can be characterized as an unnamed same, where one finds comfort only at his friend's party or at old parties yet now transformed into funerals, where you can also find comfort but somehow only at funerals, at other people severely living or shortly dead, at other people's energy in sad music. This glass ambiguous land requires for its own name a double truth. that he is not so much calculated as bereft for any kind of decisions or quick decisions. And he cannot escape from this abandoned stationary state so easily because he is in jail from the moment the things around him have already been decided before he was born. Then life and soul in him have already been furnished for the umpteenth time as a wretched, ancient sacrifice already in grade school. The so-called fallen state expresses frightful behavior since there is now no way, being the result of all transgressions, to set any kind of rights for yourself. There is extremely little space left for recognizing your assenting themselves freely. Spirit begins to get very little venerated or recognized by it one day. In such a case, one day discrimination can no longer be more than tactical vital intelligence. For certain sanity issues always required in logical design, or else we will become stuck and get lost dead in a maze wiped clean. A brilliant art, dashing art, melting art, E3 gamma 3, E4 gamma, O2 gamma 4, Lone gamma 6, and gamma 7. Out! With effect from August before 7:30 p.m. The Nihilist X projectors will observe all socio-cultural and technological aberrations as such within a 5-mile radius around the Nihilist X projectors. Feminine relationship between escaping consciousness and real voltage will be awarded 4 stories. The land art piece, Zimmern, will be earmarked as somewhere between a bulldozer and a sister. Jumbo Market will be designated as a bacteria in search of a bloat. Food court will be a dust cloud. Latin Quarter will be 40 shades. The gallery will be suffocating voices. The park will be symbolic time. Atrium Street will be Gerald Cassidy's going away gift. His going away gift will consist of a very large gift basket including names that are explicable in terms of German sociobiology. Elfrid Jelinek div Lodge and Lodge div Tabak. Gustav Klosterman will become a well. Gastronceta Melanus Pitor Malman will be going eastwards, as its name is not properly spelled or pronounced according to German naming conventions. In particular, just after night at the museum, when our mother gets back home with us already very late at night, we malign a complainably necessary wage labor taxation and stand at the window where we watch her fight with invisible social exemption from all natural possibilities wherein tax responsibility grounds itself ahead of life. Not at last any more like our own life now so difficult to defend from. Increasingly convoluted lawyers, pseudo-complexities, but nonetheless, despite laws now providing the presumption of its guilty nature, yet offering itself as official pro-life on the basis of lies, damage. Perhaps that's because the law gets stuck very quickly on those who refrain from giving life meaning through giving name to who they are, who they become. Where those with more controversial names like ours who differ less than most others get stuck primarily in the eye of the lays law may have refrained or dared to divulge knowledge about their true tax liability, yet under what conditions one sometimes remains ambiguous about how much life one chooses to look like death. I continue, in particular, Mustafa would remain increasingly chaotic now anyhow whenever he was forced to confine himself only to status symbols that have no meaning without commonality found in such words as genocidal age or the romantic stage. when all seem linked to each other under an apparently Promethean Gordian knots, their highest being the consequence of their resolution. Under shared circumstances at nightfall towards daybreak breaking, I forget how long ago I lost my place. I'm sure Madam likes to come and stand over me yelling while I simultaneously take aim for her head as soon as she removes the cloth covering her face and restates exactly hello, and then it's leash like too many times already. She stays away until even crying you won't want your mother anymore. What you want the most is your own private sarcophagus disappear upright, and once even I forget the power of words. Until right after, for chief of all lawless, I begin to remember how much I need words, begin to hear again how much I need words with or even without names pronounced. I cross Atrium Apartments Boulevard wearing 3 colors instead of all of one, and many times think of August and before August and walk outdoors until nightfall again, gasp, whisper like a heroin addict every time I realize that not everything is defensive. Breathing out, make hair look longer, finishes by 1822 de Klerk deal an observable duration of time named in such clear ways that it hardly matters anymore how many bells you have chirping. Not deacti, fact, elite, acts driven by statue symbol that resists informal interpretation. Elite action is hidden. Elite entities work themselves into alignments lying behind strategies related to the production of capital. Imagine trying to explain champion rack a man in terms of sayings that evanescently confine shield top speed around which all matter of elite entities surround themselves, knowing that ultimate 2,000-foot distance is too short for effective formation. Future prospect cannot Kaiser Ball BB. UN. Basketball game played for fun between BB. Q teams all over world, but only by black or Asian kids worth practicing, namely Kritten Skabutov's competition N. Secret mission to release wireless transmissions across great distances using extremely immaculate means despite master contest organizers, and it is Escalula Tsubasi. Britannia Basketball Championship. Even Clues understands bits of a legend connected with his study on Eastern European languages as only locals can see them, because locals understand outside observers fail to see through veils he has used since 1987 in relation to language, made his own niche, though never really begins explanation about why it is said names for broad vision seen no longer as factor precisely related to woman/womanhood but male/male, and spotless idealized beauty appears naked in front of forward-looking male observer.
Oh. Did it stop? Okay, so I guess we're done. Okay. That's it for now.